is neither mind nor matter. Existence is neither mind nor matter than what it is. It is beyond mind and matter both. It cannot be conceived either by mind or matter. For this, you have to begin. Feel your substance. Feel your substance, bones, flesh, blood. These are saturated with cosmic essence. Cosmic essence is beyond mind and matter both, but you have to feel it. Feel your substance, bones, flesh, blood, all soaking with cosmic essence. There is a world of philosophers all over the world who have been arguing for centuries about what basic stuff the universe is made of. There has been an argument for centuries. What is the basic stuff of which the existence is composed of? What the substance is? There have been prepositions, systems that say that matter is the basic reality and mind is an outgrowth. That matter is basic, mind is just a byproduct. This has been centuries ago. Matter is the substance and mind is the byproduct. That mind in a way is also material but only a subtle matter. This continued for centuries until Charvak came and he proposed, and he is basically born in India, and then Epicurus in Greece, and now even today the Marxists and other materialists go on talking in terms of matter. For them, matter is more important. So these three, Charvak in India, Epicurus in Greece, and Marxist, they talk that they go on talking in terms of matter. Opposite to this, there has been a second system of thinking which says that mind rather than matter is the basic stuff. So the argument was, first it was the argument that it is composed of matter and mind is a byproduct of it. Then came the era in India, it is ruled by Charvak. I'm talking about thought process. The philosophy was ruled by Charvak. Epicurus in Greece and Marxists that go on talking in terms of matter, that it is, the existence is made out of matter, it is material. Opposite to this, there have been the second system of thinking which says that the matter is not the basic substance, the basic stuff is the mind. Matter is nothing but a form of the mind. Out of this, Vedanta and other idealistic philosophies of the world have emerged and they reduced everything to the mind. Mind became more important. Whereas during the period of Charvak, Epicurus, and Marxist, matter was most important and everything was composed of matter. Then, according to Vedantic theory, the mind became more important and everything is the mind wisdom. Just at the beginning of this century, it was thought that materialistic had become, they have won, they had become victorious because physics and other scientific investigations were proving or appeared to be proving that matter was the basic substance, the physics in the beginning of this century. The physicists, they say that matter has become victorious because physics and other scientific investigations were proving or appeared to be proving that matter was the basic substance. But the 2 or 3 decades ago, only 2 or 3 decades ago, everything changed. It was the era of Eddington and Einstein, Max Planck, etc. Just 2 or 3 decades ago, everything changed completely. One of the greatest scientists of this age, Eddington, said, now we can say that universe appears to be more like a thought than a thing, than a matter. It is a thought. And then came the physicist, the Max Planck, Einstein. They worked even deeper, and they came to realize the deeper you penetrate the matter, the more matter disappears. The fan is composed of a matter, and when you look at it, when it's stationary, you can see its blades. When it is in the motion, you cannot see the blades. It are there. In the same way, the wall in front of you, it appears it is matter, but it is moving at such a speed that you cannot see. You feel that the body is, the matter, the wall is stationary, but it is moving at its own pace. When the blades of the fan are stationary, you can see the blades. But when the fan is moving, working, the blades are moving at such a tremendous speed that you do not see the blades. Blade disappeared. But the wall is also constantly moving, that it takes a little longer time, because matter means the quality that disappears, that dissolves after some time. So depending on the structure, the quality and everything, the wall is made to stand for a longer period of time. This is a construction technique and everything differs. When you have built a temple or a church or something of that kind, it has to last for 1,000 years. Then we do not use the iron in it because iron has a tendency to rust after some time. So pieces of these stones are set in a way that no iron is required. So the civil engineering underwent a process of transformation. So it was Eddington, Max Planck, and Einstein, they said, deeper you go into the matter, deeper you penetrate the matter, it disappears. Deeper you go, it disappears. Something more than the matter, more beyond the matter, appears to be there when you go deeper into the matter. Body is composed of matter. Matter means that which dissolves. Matter means that which dissolves and disappears after some time. Thought is the matter, but thought disappears after some time. The body disappears, dissolves. All that it is composed of the five elements, they dissolve at the end of life. Deeper you go, the matter disappears. Appears, and there seems to be something which is beyond the matter, appears to be there. That is why in the beginning I said existence is neither matter nor mind, because mind is also a kind of matter, and matter dissolves, but in existence itself has been there. We do not know for how long, but it is there as it is. So it is neither mind nor matter, it is something beyond both. You can call it mind more easily than the matter because it is a form of energy. Existence is energy. Energy penetrates through the mind, energy penetrates through the matter. One thing is certain, that it is not material as in the old sense at all. So it is beyond the matter and the mind, and something which is beyond the matter and the mind both is energy. For Tantra, for yoga, there has been no choice. Tantra does not say that either matter or the mind is the basic reality. It does not say at all. It denies both, neither the matter nor the mind. Tantra has taken the third standpoint, and that standpoint is ultimately going to be victorious. Science was still, the Eddington, Mark Planck, and Einstein were still saying that it is something more than that. Tantra has been for thousands of years saying that it is neither matter nor mind, but something is the basic reality. It has taken the third standpoint, and that it is, and this is the third standpoint which is going to be victorious. Tantra says mind and matter are both form of something which we can call X. Tantra says that we can call mind and matters something, form of something that we can call X. Neither matter nor mind is substantial, but there is a third entity which exists in both but is not confined to either. Matter is energy, mind is energy, thought is energy. Energy is the basic essence. It exists in both, but it is not confined to either, is real. These two are the manifestations of that energy. Matter and mind are not realities, but forms of the third reality, a basic reality which remains hidden, and the entire process of spiritual transformation is to explore that is hidden behind the mind and the matter. Something that it is the energy that the wheel moves, but energy is not seen, it remains invisible. The steering moves. There is something that activates the steering wheel, and the wheels but wheels move on axle. So mind and matter are not realities, but they are form of third reality, which is the basic reality, which remains hidden. And the entire process of transformation is to explore that what is hidden behind. Whatever it manifests itself either as matter or mind. The energy at some point manifests itself as matter, other times it manifests itself as mind. But basically, everything is composed of energy, and the existence is composed of energy. So the whole conflict between mind and matter and their followers is baseless, because the ultimate substratum that physics has now come to know is really neither the mind nor the matter. The division has disappeared. There is nothing like mind and matter. They are simply the manifestations of that something which lies behind both. The duality disappears. The behavior of basic substance is very vague. Sometimes it behaves like a matter, and sometimes it behaves like a mind. This is why when atom was decomposed, because Max Planck was the beginning of the atomic era. When it was the energy, sometimes it waves and sometimes it moves in a straight line. It is difficult to say what it is its actual movement. When you look at deeper Tantra, what Tantra says, when you are going into the state of tantric orgasm or tantric sexual interaction, sometimes the energy is moving in a straight line, other times at the peak moment or at the peak it waves, it moves like waves. Just like the waves arise on the surface of the ocean, on the surface that it becomes manifest and becomes visible, there are waves rising on the body. That's what we call the bodily movements. When at the peak of orgasm it happens. Then the opposite to that is the valley orgasm, where the energy is there manifesting, but it is not waving at that intensity, yet it waves with the peak. But what had happened? The energy that was giving you excitement, when waving energy gives you excitement. When the energy is not waving, it enters, takes you into a deeper dimension, the dimension of bliss, the dimension of harmony, that is the dimension of oneness. This you can experience only through Tantra. Tantric sexual interaction, both heavens. And if you are lucky enough to enter into, experience the tantric sex, then you will know it. The behavior of the basic substance is vague. That is why in regular, your conventional sex act, it is more like waving at the peak, but after that, the blissfulness, the harmony, this oneness does not come, which is just a straight line movement, not waving. At peak, there are waves. So in conventional sex, after the sex act is finished, you enter into a state of depression. And that continues. But in tantric sex, if you have experienced that, after there is then neither the peak, so you experience the peak, but at the same time you finally settle into the valley orgasm, which is at that moment there is harmony, there is a state of blissfulness, unexplainable blissfulness. Unexplainable. You cannot describe that bliss, which is the valley orgasm, the harmony, the oneness. The it is moving in such a smooth manner. The life begins to move only after the valley orgasm, or when it is settled. There is a joy which is unexplainable. There is a harmony which is unexplainable, but it continuously becomes the part of your life. Those who have the opportunity or lucky enough to have entered into the tantric orgasm or sexual act, they have not only experienced it, but they realize it is a totally a different kind of experience. You may be surprised to know that physics cannot say anything about individual atoms. They are unpredictable, just like any human being. So, atom is alive because human beings are unpredictable at the peak, but at the valley, the approach is totally different. Nothing can be said about the individual atom and how it's going to behave. It appears that it is independent. There is no causality that can be predicted how it is going to behave. We can predict the behavior, the mass behavior, but we cannot predict the behavior of an individual atom. Sometimes it behaves in a cause-effect terms like matter. Other times it behaves like mind, as if it has its own will. It has a choice. So that energy at times behaves like cause and effect. Sometimes in your relationship or when you are relating to something, it is cause and effect behavior. There is a cause, and then because of that cause, like say you are dealing with something, cause and effect terms, this is matter like. At times you are guided by the cause and effect understanding or behave in that manner, and sometimes you behave as if it is the mind and it has its own will, it has its own choice to behave. Now what happens with Tantra? The idea of physics, that it behaves both like matter and the mind simultaneously, is indeed the way Tantra understands. So let us end it now, leaving you to introspect what actually happens at that moment. At that moment of tantric experience of male-female relations. It can happen individually within because you have both elements, masculine and feminine, within you. So enough for